some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Got some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Got some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my people, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in, man. You know we're always here, man. Always here with the United news. We're getting into it as we always do. So smash the likes, my peoples, man. You know we're going to get into the news, man. Big win yesterday. That win yesterday was a serious one. And that's made us so confident. I'm looking at the rivals. They're out here. Oh, they're having heart attacks, especially Chelsea. If you look at Chelsea's games, I'm going to show you in a minute. I've compared them all. I've put them together so we can look at them all at once. So don't watch nothing. But Chelsea fans are having a nightmare. They are so nervous. They're saying, bro, we're going to miss out on top four. They've even gone out there and put a Europa League for next season. The projections come out already of Europa League for next season, which is crazy when you actually think about it. So yeah, my people, and smash the likes, man. How these likes not being pressed? Smash these likes, my peoples, man. You know we're going to get into it, man. The reason for Caicedo, reckless, time wasting. Boom, boom. Look at this. This is madness. This is Chelsea fans. They said Champions footy, UEFA Champions League footy, 75% wrapped up for next season at least. If they haven't already, Chelsea need to make sure us and Strasbourg can compete in the same competition. So this is every single person that's in the 5th place right now or something like that. And this is how it will be. It will be for Europa League. Crazy. They think they're not going to make it. So this is what's going on. They're having heart attacks over there. But let's stick to the Man United news for now. We're going to get into the top 4 stuff in a minute. Don't worry. We're going to get into all of that. There's loads going on. Team training. Jose Mourinho. So where am I going to start then? Obviously, we got the W yesterday. For those that weren't here, Sesko, what a goal. And we're 10 games unbeaten. 10 games. It doesn't even feel like it is. But it's 10 games unbeaten, which is mental. So that's a positive, man. With obviously, there's a few draws in there that will make you feel like it's not really 10 games. But this is what Aston Villa done. Aston Villa had 10 games unbeaten in a row as well. It was 10. It was 13, sorry. I think Aston Villa done 13, them lot in the end. But still, it's positive. 10 games unbeaten. Carrick's come. Since he's come in, he ain't lost, obviously. And I'll go for it now. Obviously, we lost. Well, the 10 games I'm talking about is all in the Premier League, which is impressive because you know the Premier League's the hardest league. We obviously lost to Brighton in the FA Cup. So it's not 10 games in general. It's just in the Premier League. As you can see from here, these are our last 3 games unbeaten. Then you go 4, 5, 6. You don't count Brighton because that's the FA Cup. 7, 8, 9, 10 games in the Premier League unbeaten. Impressive, man. And obviously Amrin was there for these 3 games and then he got sacked, obviously. The draws felt like losses. You know what I'm saying? These draws, there was too much draws happening where we started to feel like losses. Like we were 1-0 up against Forest, then we're 2-0, 2-1 down in the space of 5 minutes after half time. Same thing with Tottenham. 1-0 up to the 74th minute, then we're 2-1 down in the space of like 6 minutes. Lost to Everton's 10 men. Obviously, we beat them yesterday, etc. Draw against West Ham when they were trash. Like, there was so much games. Bournemouth were beating them, went into half-time, nearly lost the Old Trafford record. Then we're 3-2 down in the space of 5 minutes. Coming out of the second half, 3-2 down in the space of 5 minutes. It's crazy. It's actually madness. So it is where it's the draws that killed us a lot. As you can see, it doesn't even feel like we went 10 games. We're 10 games unbeaten, but we definitely are. So big up the guys, man. The guys are still going. Sesko came off the bench. He's becoming this super sub. But, bro, I want him to actually start starting some games now. This super sub thing we need to just unleash him. You know what I'm saying? He's getting in the right positions. You saw him up through on goal. I think he should have kind of scored another one or at least attempted to shoot. Pickford did do well by coming out a bit early, but give him that in 60, 70 minutes so we can have more opportunities. Who knows what he could have done? So big up the boy Sesko and obviously big up the boy Lamens. You know, my man, I feel so safe with him, man. Like, it's different. Do you know what I'm saying? There's people, we bought Mbumo who got the assist. Cunha gave the ball for the ball to go over to Mbumo in the first place. Sesko scored the goal and Lamens was man in the match. Like, that's all 4 of our signings contributed yesterday massively. So they've done a good job when it comes to transfers, and this transfer, especially if we get Champions League, it can only be way better. Because imagine the players we can attract now. If we got them 4 and we didn't get Champions League, imagine the players that we get now with Champions League. And yo, we're trying to get back to the top and da-da-da-da-da. It's going to be even more madder. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. So it is where it is. That's what the guys are on. 10 games unbeaten. Big up them. But like I said, I'm going to compare the Champions League in a minute. I've got all of our games, everyone's playing, etc. So we're going to see that in a second. But big up the boy Sesko, man. And this geezer, he might as well just say, if we go 15 games unbeaten, he'll cut his hair or something, because he's going to be going forever. There's 5 games we have to win is a long thing, bro. You're going to be going forever. You might as well just, because now we've started again with 1. What's going to happen? What, he's got to win 4 more games. Like, look, we've got to win this Crystal Palace game, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and then Bournemouth. No draws, just wins. Come on, bro. We're going to be here forever, bro. It is where it is, though. So, cool. Let's get into some of the news now. So, obviously, that's come out about yesterday. We had some things about Dorgu, man, which has come out from, obviously, Reliable, the Athletic. So reliable. Carl Anker, he's obviously came out and said, listen, Dorgu is unlikely to return from his hamstring injury until mid-April. There was all these talks. He might not even miss 10 weeks, blah, blah, blah. We were getting gassed. Man was doing the maths when he should be back. And all the maths was, he should have been back by Bournemouth. That's all the maths that was being said before. He should be back by the Bournemouth game. As you can see, that would have been the 10 weeks just before it type of thing. But now, with they're saying that he's not going to be back to the mid-April, bro. We're looking at Chelsea just about. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember, there's a from Bournemouth to Leeds, there's an international break, as you can see, the 20th of March all the way to the 11th of April. So that's literally nearly a whole month of an international break. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little long thing. So we thought he might be back in that little international break. That's when they integrate him back. He plays against Leeds or something, but no, it's looking like he might just come back after Chelsea. Of course, we've still got some serious games after that where he can contribute, and we definitely will need him. Liverpool at home, Sunderland away, Forest, they're in a relegation battle. You know, it might be tense by then. And then you've got Brighton as well away. And that's somewhere that we always kind of struggle with. Yeah, we've had their number this week, this time round, but we always kind of, you know, struggle with Brighton. They've had our number a lot. So Dorgu's not coming back, man. He's had a little setback, it's literally like, because it was all on track. Everyone was saying, yeah, he's on track. He's due to be coming, blah, blah, blah. Look at the way Diomande troll. Look, he's trending. That's how you know my man's making up beer noise. But yeah, man, so Dorgu ain't coming back until mid-April. And all the talks before was nothing to do with no mid-April. It was, yeah, he's going to be back soon. It's going to be back sooner than we actually think. That's what all the reports were saying first. I'll show you look now. Look, Dorgu's making good progress. This is on February 20th, 4 days ago. Good progress, but still needs time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, bruv, everything was positive about Dorgu. Look, Man United sources hope Dorgu will return sooner than the 10-week projection. That's in January the 30th. Sooner than the 10-week projection. And now they're talking about mid-April. So I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. But we'll see what happens, man. Big up the boy Dorgu, of course. He was playing his best ever football until he ended up getting injured. So that's a negative still, because I would love for my man to be back. We need him, especially when we go against the physical sides. We need him to come and play his little role. Big up the boy Lamens. See with this geezer, I feel safe. David Moyes came out and said that keeper was the man of the match. He was different. And the Everton fans have turned in on Moyes. They're saying, listen, you had one tactic the whole game to just do that corner thing, what Arsenal do. Man's calling them baby Arsenal now. So the Everton fans are kind of turning on him, saying you had one thing to do, which is just keep chucking the ball, crowding them out, and the keeper dealt with every single one. We have to change our tactics. And look at this now. Since Sene Laman's arrival at United, he is the first choice goalkeeper in the Premier League in terms of goals prevented based on XG, basically. Expected goals on target. So goals prevented, remember, he prevented the most goals in the world last season. He already done that. And everyone was like, it's Belgium. Don't get excited. It's a small league. I said, bro, people are forgetting something. You see these leagues, when it comes to goalkeepers, there's no difference. The goals are the same. I understand it when it's defenders, when it's strikers and all these other positions. But when it comes to goalkeepers, everything is the same. Do you know what I'm saying? The box is the same size. The goal behind you is the same size. They don't play with a smaller goal or a larger goal in Belgium. Everything is the same. The only difference is going to be when you come, you've got to get used to the set pieces, Arsenal and all them type of what you just saw basically. And he's got used to it straight away. He done well with the ones against Arsenal. He was calm, apart from that last one and they scored from. But the whole game, he was fine. And then yesterday, same thing. He done well. He came out, he claimed a lot of them. And then when he needed to punch, he punched and he got it. He never missed. He never slipped up. He made sure every single one and he got it. But look at Anana. Anana, 10 corners in a row, he would have punched one of them in the face. I'm talking about Everton player. He would have ended up hitting an Everton player by accident or something. He would not have been claiming all them crosses that easy. So big up the way Lamans. I've been saying from early, let's get him. When it was him and Martinez, people were saying they want Martinez because he's professional World Cup winner. I was on this, nope. I've seen enough of Lamans and I already know the goal situation thing is calm. When it comes to the goals, it doesn't matter, bro. The goals, the box is the same size. So big up Lamans, man. He's first when it comes to prevented goals and a lot. So he's doing what he needs to do. And without him yesterday, we don't win that game. 100%. Without him, we do not win that game. So that's Lamans. We've got some talks about the boy Rashi. Look at that. So Marcus Rashford's agent was pictured arriving for talks for Barcelona sporting director Deco at the club's office on Monday, which is obviously yesterday. Negotiations are ongoing for a permanent transfer. Barcelona hold a 30 million euros purchase option, but are pushing to lower the fee. United are refusing to negotiate or reduce it. We're staying stern. The meeting aims to advance a permanent deal with Barcelona, optimistic due to Rashford's strong form, 10 goals, 13 assists in all competitions. His willingness to take a pay cut to stay and good relations. Rashford doesn't want to return to United if a permanent move doesn't happen. So this is what's being said, that he doesn't want to, he wants to basically stay there. It's a dream move for him. He loves it there, etc. No problem. He's willing to take a pay cut. He's already took a pay cut to be able to be there in the first place. No problem. But we're staying stern. We had conversations with Barcelona, Bro Cologne, we might as well call them. And basically they said to us, we'll pay the 30 million euros. It's fine. We'll pay the 30 million euros. We've got a deal. Let us get him on loan. He's going to take a pay cut. We'll pay all these wages because he's going to take a pay cut. And we'll pay the 30 million euros. We said, no problem. See you later. Cheers. Signed on it, shaped on it. See you later, bro. Now they're on some, we need to lower the money. We need to lower the price. Brother, we're already getting bumped. We're already having to settle for 26 million for someone like Rashford, our academy player, which is a bump alone. So we're already sitting there and saying, yeah, we're getting bumped. We understand it. It is what it is. Now you're trying to bump us to say, you know what? We want to pull it down even more. We only want to pay 18 million pounds. You've gone crazy. And what's happened is even our board has came out and said, yeah, listen, we realized that we went mad, basically. Like, we set the price too low. So even our board understands that itself. Like, we went crazy. Like, what was we thinking? Sitting there and only making it be 26 million. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we've been coming out, Fabrizio's come out, a lot of people have come out and said that, yo, we're not trying to negotiate that. Simple as that. And as you can see from this article here, Man United Chiefs are regretting their decision to sell Marcus Rashford to Barcelona on the cheap, as they think 50 million price tag now would be possible. So we're sitting there like, bro, we went mad. We gave them Rashford for half the price that we could be asking for. But that just shows how we was in the summer, where we just wanted to get rid of the whole bomb squad. We had them in under 21s, changing rooms and whatnot. Let's just get rid of them somehow. So Garnacho, 40 million. That was a good deal. Sancho, just let him go Villa. They're going to pay his old wages. Anthony, 22, 25 million. See you later. Real Betis. All of them. The only one that stayed was Malacia. And then obviously Rashford, we didn't have to pay a penny for Rashford. He's loan. So he took a pay cut for them to be able to sort out the loan, the wages. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? So it is where it is, man. So now we're looking at it and going, bro, we're regretting the decision to even let this guy go for 26 million. So how can we be regretting the decision to let him go for 26 million by now negotiate with you lot to pull it even more down to 20 million? That doesn't even make any sense. So I'm happy that Man United are finally staying stern and saying, you know what? No, we're not going to let him go in the cheap. It doesn't even make any sense for us. So that's what's come out today. This is the situation. So we'll see. But Matteo Moretto, who works with Fabrizio Romano, he's came out and spoke about this today. He retweeted his tweet saying that Man United and Barcelona are speaking, but Man United do not want to negotiate. We're not on no negotiation talks at all. So it is what it is. But he's doing his thing over there. He's got, what's that, 23 GA. We knew he was going to smash it there, innit? It's a bit, you got more space. That's more of his game, innit? Rashford, Garnacho, Martinelli, Pedro Neto, them sort of man, send them over there where there's bare space to run into, they'll kill it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's when you're playing against the low blocks and you have to run back and all of that. That's when Rashford's sitting there and he's lost. Or low block, you're trying to run through. You run through one man, you're trying to run through another. You're just running into dead alleys like every minute. Remember what Rashford was on. So it is what it is, man. When you look at that last line, it says Rashford doesn't want to return to United if a permanent move doesn't happen. So he's staying adamant that he doesn't want to come back at all. Maybe that's just PR. I don't see Carrick having any issue with him. But it is where it is, man. We'll see what happens, man. Who's in this picture? Is that going to be his brother? I know his brother's his agent. So, okay, I can't even see what's going on there. But yeah, so that's the situation with Marcus Rashford, man. He doesn't want to come back, but we're not on it. We're saying, bro, we're not putting the money down. We don't care what you lot are on. We don't care what you lot are saying. The money ain't coming down, bro. Yeah? And that's how Man United need to move, bro. We finally need to get some balls and just stop letting everyone just run through, man, like that. So it is where it is. We'll see what happens. You got the better deal in 3 years. Successful. Racist, boy. Yeah, cool. So let's get into some more of this Diomande stuff. There's so much things going on about him. So this is the price, obviously. Obviously, before it was he's 100 million, blah, 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 100 million euros, 105 million euros, whatever it is. That's like 86 million pounds. It's gone down to 80 million now, at least 80 million. So that's gone down a little bit. But obviously, Ben Jacobs came out the other day and he said, obviously, he thinks that, obviously, right this second at January, they were trying to put everyone off by saying 85 million. 85 million for Diomande. But McGrath's the guy that broke the news about Mbeumo, by the way, in May last year. When everyone was still playing games, before we even played the Europa League final, McGrath came out and said, Mbeumo, Man United are preying him. So McGrath knows a thing or two. So he's come and said Leipzig is expected to command at least 80 million in the market for Diomande. Man United, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich are all interested. And that's all facts. Every single one of them has came out from different people. Liverpool, not so much from like solidified people like Fabrizio. He's more spoke about Man United and Tottenham and Bayern Munich. That's the last thing he said about company or something. I had a report yesterday that he's turned down Bayern Munich, apparently. He's refused them. He's already rejected them, but I don't know. Company apparently loves him. This is what Fabrizio's saying. So I don't know, man. It's a bit of a weird one, but Diomande is he's definitely hot property. I can't see Tottenham. Tottenham might as well just get crossed off that list. It's going to be us, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and even Fabrizio put PSG in there, which is scary because PSG can attract a lot of good players as well. And I just can't see where he plays in PSG. You got Kvaratskhelia going band for band with Barcola every minute. Barcola barely plays and he's not even happy. So what happens? Barcola goes somewhere else and then they buy him. I don't know, but this is from Fabrizio Romano. He said, PSG, watch out for them because they're preying him as well. Who knows? Tottenham might as well take them off that list. They're fighting relegation. I can't see anyone going there, especially someone like him right now, where you've got basically not a bidding war, but a lot of teams are in for you. Man United, Liverpool. Obviously there's the talks about his dad. His dad wants him. What is his dad? His dad wants him to go Anfield or something. I can't remember it, but his dad loves the atmosphere at Anfield. Blah blah blah. And then he set it straight and said, first and foremost, my dad's the Liverpool supporter, and he's always wanting me to go Anfield because of the atmosphere. But my dream club is Leipzig, so he shut that down. And then there was talks yesterday that he's apparently got a personal agreement with Liverpool. No one knows what's going on. Like I said, reports come out left, right, and centre, but it only catches on to the big dogs, the Ornsteins, the Fabrizos, after time. It gives them a bit of time, and then it catches on. It never catches on straight away. So you just don't know what's going on, man. But 80 million, I don't think we'll pay that for him. I think 65 or maybe 70. We paid kind of 70 for Mbumo, Sesko, Cunha, like 65 to 70. That's not the worst, but 80 million, no way. I don't even think it will be that high. I'm sure it will get dropped because that's all the talks that's been coming out, that it will be dropped. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's Yandy and Mane. So we got that. That's some price drop. Then we got some other things now. Look at this. McGrath touches on, obviously, his agents and all of that is Rock Nation. So Yandy and Mane joined Rock Nation stable after an impressive start at Leipzig, but Max Gradel's company believe he is still their client. So this guy's going through some madness with agencies, bro. He's going through a madness where one agency saying he's still involved with them, but he said, no, I've joined the next one. I don't know what's going on. So this could potentially hinder a move or something more. Just, I don't know. Maybe it'll get cleared up a bit sooner. But this is some civil stuff. So I don't know what's going on with him. But this is what's going on. He's changed his agent. And that's what happens. A lot of them, when they want to move, they end up changing their agent. Krupi from Bournemouth, he just changed his agent. He's gone to Bournemouth. Bam. He's getting bare people hitting up his camp. He's changed his agent now where it's, yo, we want to go and get me a move. That's all we want. You get an agent, get me a move, and then see you later. We all get paid from this. Bam, bam, bam. You get your fees. Cheers. Because some agents know certain people where they can do things. So that's what's going on with him. He's tried to move on, but they got him on some death row contract over there where they're saying, yo, big man, you're not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? We'll see what happens. But that's Diomande out the way. And I'll show you some stuff about him in a second. So yeah, let's get into this ref now, people. This is the referee for the Crystal Palace game. One second, let me start this on charge. You know, my mouse just died. That's why I'm sitting here bending over, keep moving the laptop. But yeah, this is our referee now against Crystal Palace. I don't know if you don't remember this geezer. He sent off Bruno Fernandes against Tottenham when we played them last season. Eric Ten Hag came out after the game. I don't count this game because Bruno, it was wrongfully sent off. We lost 3-0. We got moved to. Even before he got sent off, we were getting moved to. Van de Ven burst through our whole team and then passed it. Johnson scored in like 4 minutes. We were getting moved to. But then Bruno got sent off for this, which he slipped. And then obviously they rescinded it. He was able to play the next game. They said sorry, but obviously we've lost 3-0. Ten Hag said boom. So this was the geezer that was the he was the guy that sent off Bruno. But you know me, I don't bring no referees here, but I have to bring him in. This is a once in a lifetime situation where he has to come in and he has to be on the thumbnail. Why is that? Because this is the same geezer that was the referee for Aston Villa against Newcastle. This is the same guy. The other day when you remember the mad stuff that happened, Chris Kavanagh, that was him. So this is the same geezer. So he might be on some shit. They had a penalty, Newcastle. The guy never even left the box. He said, no, it's a free kick. A man could have got sent off. He said, no. Obviously, I could be saying all this and then he does a mad thing again and it helps us. Who knows? It might be Dallo or something. They do something crazy and he just does something mad. Obviously, VAR is going to be there for this time. There was no VAR then. But just as a referee, where his eyes see something, remember, he can say no goal for something and then VAR can't check it. They're just going to say, all right, you said no goal, we're just going to leave it with you. For something like, look at the Gabriel push the other day when he dived or whatever you want to call it. So there's certain things that happen. He can send someone off and then VAR say, oh, you could get sent off for that, so we're just going to leave it. We're never going to say nothing. or you can give someone 2 yellow cards and VAR can't even get involved. So he's a bozo anyway. And from that game the other day, they literally gave him a week off. They told him, yo, you're not even going to play this. You're not even going to referee this week. So since that Aston Villa game, he hasn't refereed nobody. Just to let you lot know what's going on with the skeezer. They said, yo, brother, you went mad. Everything you were saying that day against Aston Villa was crazy. Against Newcastle, sorry. So you went crazy where you just chill out this weekend. Don't even have a game. And he's coming back. And remember, we're playing Crystal Palace on Sky. We're on TV. So he's been literally gifted a game that's on TV, everything, after having that shambolic decision. So we'll see what happens. But this is the geezer that we got. I don't really come here talking about refs and that, you know me, but we got to watch this guy because he is a bozo. I'll be real. And if you just type in his name, you'll see what my man's been on. Everybody hates him. Literally, I don't think there's anybody that likes this geezer. Let me share the screen now. Look at this. Chris Kavanagh. Look, mad everywhere. Look, everyone's talking about it. Chris Kavanagh will take charge of Man United's clash. He was banned for last week's fixtures. He was banned. They said, yeah, you can take a week off. Just chill out. Along with his assistants. So everyone had to take the bullet. The assistants, everyone. They said, all of you lot as a collective, that was trash. Chill out. After taking charge of Newcastle's 3-1 win when he awarded a clearly offside Abraham goal. I can't put that on him, the offside goal, because you're not a linesman. So we're not going to talk about him for that. Failed to send off Digne, 100%. That was a red. Shocking challenge on Murphy. Then capped off the game to forget when Digne handled in his own penalty area by awarding a free kick. Digne never even left the box. It hit his arm. He complained about it, and he never left the box. And he still somehow said it's a free kick outside the box. So, yeah, this is the geezer that we're dealing with. So I'm just going to let you lot know from now, anything can go any sort of way. Yeah? Chris Kavanagh's always been shit. Safe. Yeah, it can go any sort of way with this geezer. He might just do something crazy. You just never know with him. So that's just me letting you lot know, yo, we got to watch this guy here because he just had the ultimate generational stinker or stinkers. That's going to be in the history books, what he done. And you had Alan Shearer and everybody came out and said what they need to say. And obviously he sent off Bruno as well. So he's been doing stuff like this before. So it is what it is. We move on to this now. Carrick, he's got a little boost now. Look at this. So this Samuel Lockhurst, he knows a thing or two. And he's came out and said, listen, from the United hierarchy perspective, if they qualify for Champions League, playing crowd-pleasing football under a coach who has been in the building for 5 or 6 months, is respected by the players and revered by the supporters, it is logical to retain him. It goes without saying. Bro, the man's been here for 6 games and we're unbeaten already. I don't think he even has to knock on the door. I think if he gets us in top 4 comfortably, if we just about scrape it, there might be on some, let's go and get someone elite if we can. I don't know if we can because Tuchel signed a new contract. Ancelotti's gone out there and signed the contract, of course. There's talks about Nagelsmann and all that, but they're on this Prem proven thing heavy. So Tuchel's been in the Prem. He's won Champions League. Ancelotti's been in the Prem with Everton. He understands it a bit, but he's won Champions Leagues. Nagelsmann ain't really won nothing, but he's still, everyone rates him. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But there's talks about Nagelsmann. If there's going to be someone, it's going to be Nagelsmann. And Luis Enrique, there's been all these talks about him, but there's been nothing solidified from nobody to say Luis Enrique is an option. There's all these little indicator reports and these 1-2 reports coming out left, right, and center saying, yeah, we're looking at Luis Enrique. We're trying to stop him from signing a deal, bro. How are we going to stop him signing a deal? He's gone out there. He can get as much money as he wants. He wins the league every year in that Farmers League, whatever you call it, the McDonald's League. And he just built his own team and won the Champions League for them for the first time or whatever it is. Like, he's already built his team up. So the only thing that I can think of him doing, Luis Enrique, is getting fed up over there in France and saying, you know what? I'm never going to get the recognition or the accolades that I can get. I'm ready to go to Manchester United and do the same thing there. It's the best league. And then I'm going to be regarded as one of the best, one of the GOATs, especially with Pep looking like he's going to leave. I'm going to be the next one to take them all the way. It can only be like that. That's the only way I can see him doing it. Is if he's fed up himself and he says, I want a new challenge. I win this league every year, this French league. The only thing I can really do here to stand out is win the Champions League. He can't win the Champions League every year. It's not going to happen. It's too hard. So You come to the Prem, maybe you come with, it's a different thing. And I think he's the only guy that we could potentially look at and say, yeah, he's done it because he's won the Champions League. That's still available. All these Poch, everyone we're getting linked with, Poch, McKenna. Who else have we been linked with? Like I said, Nagelsmann, they ain't really won nothing mental. I don't even think any of them's really won leagues like that when you actually deep it. Do you know what I'm saying? They've done good jobs on the sideline, especially Nagelsmann. I would take Nagelsmann, but come on, man, let's be real, man. Like, it's not really looking as mad as before. All these Glasners that we're looking at before, Iriola, Silva, them man there, we're not even looking at them no more. Someone like Glasner, you're having an outburst every week. Like, you're trying to get yourself sacked. We're not even going to take you serious no more. Like, I could just see the whole Ruben Amorim thing going on with Glasner right now. So this is a boost for Carrick, man. Big up the boy Carrick. He's doing his thing. He's unbeaten. We're unbeaten in 10 games. Remember that. We're the only team in 2026 that hasn't lost a game. Remember that. We're the only team. We're the only team unbeaten. So he's doing what he needs to do. And if it carries on and we make the Champions League, that win yesterday, I don't think a lot of people are understanding how big that win was. Everton. These type of teams, they're nasty, especially at 8 o'clock kickoff on a Monday. It's just the worst. It's like Stoke and that. It's wet. You don't want to go there, bro. It's a long day. The crowd's up for it. The locals, bro, you just don't want to do it, bro. It's like Sunderland, Everton. These are the places. Leeds away. You don't want to go to them places, bro. So that was a big win yesterday. So to get that through the door, stuff like that. And then we got Crystal Palace at home. And I'm going to show you something about Crystal Palace in a minute. Bro, it looks like he might get his thing. So from the United hierarchy, if we get Champions League, let's just say we finish third and we're like 6 points clear of fifth. We're going into that last game against Brighton away and we've already qualified. Bruv, I reckon he's good. If we've already qualified by the time we're going into Brighton, Brighton is our last game. Come on, bro. I reckon he's good at this. You cannot say no. What, we're going to go and switch up this whole thing? And especially, if he stays unbeaten, then forget about it. Like, we're not even talking about it. But, bruv, he's doing what he needs to do in it. Obviously, he's got to work out a bit more. I feel like Sesko should have started that game yesterday, to be honest. But he's growing on the job, and obviously he's going with what he feels, etc. And it's worked. Do you know what I'm saying? West Ham, we got a bit lucky. You might as well say that could have been an L, but it wasn't. So it is where it is. But big up the boy Carrick. Let me get this mouse. Big up the boy Carrick, of course. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. So that's that anyway. Boom. But yeah, so that's Samuel Lockhurst coming out and saying his stuff. Big up Samuel Lockhurst as well, man. He says a ones and twos. I know he works for the Sun now, so he's a bit, but he's dilly. And look at this. The boy Chris Wheeler, certified. He's just came out, and look at this. Gibbs White is on the Reds' radar. Chris Wheeler is definitely good for Man United news, and this is what he does. He comes with a piece like this, and then it starts getting aggregated in like short spaces. So we give it about 5 minutes, this will be aggregated, but we'll know what's going on exactly in the article. But Gibbs White is apparently on our radar. Maybe if he gets relegated, we get him and Anderson on the low. Who knows? A double whammy. Another Greek trial twist for Harry. So he's still got that trial going on. Martinez injury latest. What will financial results tell us? Binion, a big hit with stars. Bruno's free kick secret. So that's everything he spoke about with Nathan Salt. And like I said, we give it about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll have all of this in the Man United newses and we'll know exactly what's going on. So yeah, smash the likes, my peoples, man. I'm going to get a few of these comments now and then we'll get back into the rest of the news. But make sure you're definitely smashing them likes, man. You know this thing is free. Gibbs White, I don't know about him. What do you lot think about Gibbs White? Hi, Mitch, how you doing? It's been a while. Good to be back. Big up yourself for more, man. Come on, man. I'm always here, man. You lot, anytime you can come back. You get me? We're always here. Metric community. Man United, big up yourself. Keeping Carrick is just like the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Where do you want to spend money? Bring someone in, but rather say, yeah, but listen, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he had a bit of say with the transfers as well. He had a bit of say. We didn't have no regime. They're buying the players now. It's them lot buying the players. And as you can see, the players that we're getting are certain. Amrin wanted Martinez. Amrin wanted Watkins. They said, no. We're getting Sesko and Lamens. We want longevity. You're trying to get players now to save your job. I get it. But we want players for the future. Yeah? And we done the right choice, bro. Big up yourself, PFC, man. I hope you're good, bro. Yeah, big up Touchline, man. We're definitely going to link up back soon, man. To play Sesko, we need to take out. Yeah, Ahmad. I'm taking out Ahmad. I said this from the West Ham game. Take Ahmad out and bring him on as a sub in like the 70th minute or something, and then we can switch it up. So you can take you remember, if Mbumo's not doing what he's doing, you can just take Mbumo off for Ahmad, straight swap. If not, take Sesko off and Mbumo go to up top. There's no difference. I would take Ahmad off. That's my thing. But what I'm trying to say about this whole Ahmad thing as well is like, we got depth for a reason. Why have we got to force all our stars in at once? You've got depth for a reason. That's the whole point of depth. Do you know what I'm saying? Take Ahmad off. And you got to remember something. When Mbumo first came, I don't know if it was the Fulham game, he was playing in his position on the right. He kept cutting in and putting the ball in the box. That was his thing. Do you know how much chances he was creating? That was his best ability, Mbumo. When he first came, I can't remember what game. I think it was Fulham, you know. He cuts in and puts the ball in the box. Cuts in. He created about 5 chances that game. Or it might have been Burnley or something. I can't remember. But, bruv, that's where we need Mbumo to be. He's a good creator. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But when we're playing him up top, he can't really do much. Look at this. This is him against Fulham in the beginning of the season. 3 chances created. He's creating chances. He used to do that cutting thing and cross it. Cut in, cross it. I can't remember what other game he done it as well. He done it on another game. It might have been Burnley as well, but Mbumo was doing what he needs to do when he plays in his position. Now he's playing with this just run thing that's worked against Arsenal, worked against City, of course. But, bro, come on, man. Let's be real. These little low block teams, they're not going to... Mbumo can't do nothing. He needs space. Leave him on the wing. So that's what I'm on. Definitely my keeper. Hundo. Sesko needs to be more vocal and come on in these boxes, show aggression. Players and not let them bully him. Sesko's cold, man, but obviously he should have buried that other chance as well. But we need to give him time. He's going to get there, man. I like Sesko. Big up Mitch. Big up yourself, Mike, man. That's my guy. United are trying to make that deal higher, not lower. United are trying to make that. Nah, I don't think we are, man. I don't think we're trying to make it higher. I think we're saying, yo, give us the money. Yeah, we've made a deal with you. Look, give us our money and leave us alone, man. Be decisive. Also, big managers, big Kane decide to take gamble. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. We never knew who they was. You're true. It's true, Funcho. None of these guys, no one knew who they was. Pep came from Barcelona or something like that. Like, he came from a different league and then he started winning. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Sir Alex came from Aberdeen. Come on. Game shows, again, what we need more technical players. Exactly. It's true. But that's what I'm saying. We got to grind that out. Get Champions League, and in the summer, we're going to get one of these players. Trust me. Love if we get Lewis Hall, Keith Smith as Bruno understudy, Senesi also. But yeah, Senesi's a little bit too old. I don't think they'll get it. Njai or Diomande. What do you not think about Njai's audition yesterday? I think he was okay. I think Luke Shaw done well on him, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have done a little bit better. But Luke Shaw had him kind of boxed. He looked okay, and I saw that there was a comp out there for him. But, bro, I think he done okay, like Luke Shaw. He should have terrorized Luke Shaw a little bit more. Would you not think about his thing yesterday, his audition? You know what I'm saying? He was all over the place, but I don't think he done a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? He had a few dribbles in the middle, but, bro, I didn't see him and think, yeah, he's done loads. Like, it didn't seem like he done loads of stuff. So you don't let me know, but I would go for Njai at this moment because he's prem-proof and we know what he does. Diomande, I've only watched comps, bro. Everyone's got a comp out there. Everyone. Onana had a comp. Hoyland had a comp. Anthony had a comp. I was gassed of them. They came through their trash. Diego Dallo's probably got a serious comp at the moment. Running through him one-on-one with the keeper. Loads of that. Who knows, man? Ole had no say. He didn't get single player that he wanted to get. Yeah, because at the time, it was Glazers. We were signing some mad players. We were just going for the bougie players. It was a bit different still, you're right. We're going for bougie players. Now, we're going for players that we need to go. We're doing all the data, everything we need to do. Sesko will definitely start at home fixture, not away. Boy, I hope he starts against Crystal Palace. Like I said, I hope he really starts because it's about time where he starts. So look at this now. Man United have joined Premier League clubs monitoring Morgan Gibbs-White's situation at Nottingham Forest. I don't really rate Morgan Gibbs-White, bro. And what? Forest wanted, 60 million for him? Forest wanted 60 million for him. That's what he had a release clause, and Tottenham basically pressed the button for it. And then they ended up, obviously, the owner went mad. But I don't really rate him. I don't see the hype in him like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he just seemed like a counter-attack type of player. And them sort of players that, like him, like, I can't see him scoring a banger outside the box. I can't see him doing anything mad. He just got a bit of speed with him. That's all it is. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's a situation, if they get relegated, we go in there to sweep up. We'll go in there to have a ball. Yeah? Maybe that's the situation. Get relegated, we're going to go there and have a ball. Literally. So it is where it is. But I don't think it's anything. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But look at that. Yeah, look. So look, this is a bit more. United are monitoring Gibbs White, who has a release clause. United have been trying to drive down their wage bill, but it could leave them at a severe disadvantage if in the chase, Gibbs White and Anderson, especially with Man City also tracking them. Obviously, Man City wanted Gibbs White, but then they ended up going for Turkey. So I don't think Man City's still tracking him now. But I don't really rate him. I don't see the madness in him. I'll be real with you, lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the hype in him. So I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what comes out of that, if anything does come out of it. But I think this is just some relegation tool. We should start talking about some Tottenham players as well. Literally. If Tottenham players go down, it's mad. Look at that. The boy, Lisandro Martinez. His injury is a minor. And he could even be back in contention on Sunday, the game against Crystal Palace. So that's some positive news. Because you lot saw yesterday, bro. The passing, especially in the first half, was terrible. No one could pass a ball. The floor was mad wet. And it was like ice skating out there. And we didn't have no one that was taking a risk. Euro is too safe with the ball. Euro is just a straight-up defender. He's got speed, headed the ball out, he'll run with it, but he makes the safest passes in the world. Lisandro, make a run. Yo, when I tap the ball 3 times, bam, 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 make a run. You know what's going on with him. Bruno's making runs. Dalot's making runs. Everyone knows already. So we need him back. So Sunday, he should be back. And like I said before, if you was here yesterday, then you would know Crystal Palace is crazy, yeah, that we always got this with Crystal Palace, yeah. Remember, they're not like Man United, you know, where they can go and change up their team, etc. Crystal Palace played us. Look at that. They played us on the 30th of November, on a Sunday. On the Thursday, they played against Strasbourg in France, and they lost. Then they came to us, and then we beat them. Sorry, we went to them, and then we beat them. And Amrin went out there in the press conference and said, yeah, your second half, you can tell it was getting a bit leggy. Because remember, we went into the second half losing. It was 2-1. Mateta scored the penalty that had to get retaken. Remember, second half, we came out. Xerxes scored, and then Mount scored a free kick. So that's crazy that happened. Look at that, 4 days. And Amrin was like, yeah, I think it was a bit leggy because they played out in France, remember? Boom, boom, boom. But look at this now, how mad this is, yeah? The same thing is happening again now. Literally. So they played out in wherever this is, Bulgaria or something. I don't even know. They played out there. They drew 1-1. They know they're not going to win the Premier League. They know in their head they're not getting relegated. They played Wolves the other day, and then they're going to play this team. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon they're going to bench their players for this game and then come and play us here? Or do you reckon they're going to go full strength? I reckon they go full strength to win the Conference League. If Glasner's a smart man or any manager, your Crystal Palace, you're going to say, I want to win the Conference League. I don't care if I lose a 1 game to Man United and then we can go strong against Tottenham. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I think it's a situation where they're going to be a bit leggy again. Obviously, unless they're like 3-0 up in the first half or something like that, that's where it gets a bit like they can just rest some players. But I think they've got a few injuries. I think Lacroix has been injured. A few of their defenders have been injured. As you can see, look at that. Lerma, he's injured. Lacroix, Dukari, and Nketiah. Mateta's obviously injured. But what's his name? Lacroix could be back. But if he is back, I'm sure they're going to want him back for this game where they want to stay in this competition, then to come back for our game. So, yeah, that's the situation, man. They've got a few injuries. I think they've only got one fit CB, which is Richards. They've been playing someone that's out of position as a CB. Like I said, Lacroix has been injured. So they got no other CBs at this moment, apparently, that is apparently fit. But that's who we're playing next, man. So we'll see. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I said, they've got a game on Thursday. Then they're coming to Old Trafford. We've had a whole week to chill. And we're just on it at the moment. And we're at home. We need to get the dub. We should be in the best position to get the dub. But it's just mad that they're playing this team again. And this team could have actually won it. It's crazy. I watched the game. They could have actually won this game. I don't even know what country they're in. Bosnia. They're in Bosnia. So this Bosnia team, which is second in their league, they're going to have to go full strength, Crystal Palace. Do you know what I'm saying? So, boy, that might give us a little advantage, that their whole mind, their mentalities in this, but you know the thing, innit? Crystal Palace might just wipe them away 3-0 in the first half and they just rest all their players. It is where it is. So we'll see what happens, my peoples. Look at this now. The boy Mazraoui was given a box of dates by a journalist before he boarded the team coach last night. Dates are popular for players observing Ramadan because they are a traditional, healthy way to, so dates, the snack. So Mazraoui, obviously it's Ramadan, he's fasting, and he came on last night as well. He came on a bit late. I think it was for Mbumo. And this is one thing I like about Carrick, man. When we're winning or something, he knows when to put these players on and to go to a back five, etc. So he don't just do it for no reason. He does it when it needs to be happening. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So look at this now. Chris Wheeler's gone and spoke about some of the wages and what will help us financially. And he came out and he said earning it in excess of 100 million by qualifying for the Champions League would have a big impact on United's ability to offer big money for transfer targets in the summer. But the club are still committed to moving high earners off the books. So remember, we got Rashford, Casemiro, a lot of high earners. Casemiro will leave at the end of his 375k a week. Literally 375k is what Casemiro was on, which is crazy. And he was never going to drop that down. So I knew he was leaving already. Then you've got Sancho, he's becoming a free agent. We've already said we can extend it for a year. What we gave Maguire, why Maguire is still here today, is because we extended his contract for a year. So on Casemiro, we could extend him as well, but we said, Casemiro, we're not going to extend you. He said he's going to go. Sancho, we could extend him and try and get a 7-8 million for him. We're not even bothering because the wages is already crazy. 250, we're not rating you over it. You don't want to be a bomb squad. Forget about it. So them two are more or less gone. United obviously hope Rashford's 315k wages. Barcelona goes through. We've seen what's happening there. They're trying to lower the money. We're not trying to lower it, but obviously they're trying to come to some sort of agreement with him, some pay cut talks, and then we'll see. Harry Maguire is obviously he's getting 180k a week, but he's talking about he will lower it. Everything that's coming out about Maguire is that he'll take a pay cut. He wants to stay and retire at Man United, apparently. So apparently he'll take a pay cut to like 110, 120. Who knows? We'll see. That will leave Bruno Fernandes, United's highest paid player. There's uncertainty over the captain's future as well. Gibbs White would be an ideal replacement for Bruno Fernandes if he leaves. Oh, bro. That will be a terrible replacement. Bruno Fernandes to Gibbs White. Bro, my man's okay. Let's be real. Gibbs White's okay, but he's nothing like a Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, like I'm not rating him at all. I don't even rate Gibbs White. I'll be real. I don't rate him. But I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to still keep it high where someone that's Premier League proven. But that just shows how whack it is out there that we couldn't even get someone closer to that. A 10. You're probably better off trying to get like someone like a Yildiz or something. But I don't know if Yildiz, I've never watched him like that to know if he's a man that creates a lot of chances. I just know he's a man that scores bangers. You know what I'm trying to say? So you better go out there and just spend a mad money on Cole Palmer or something. But Gibbs White is trash. I don't rate him. I don't rate him at all. So it is what it is. That's the situation. That's what they're saying about it anyway. That's a lot of money coming off the books, bro. So we'll see. Oli had no say, Sesko, Ndiaye. He's been working for United for a while now, but we have enough competition at right. No, he's a left winger. Ndiaye is a left winger, I swear. I swear Ndiaye is a left winger. Or is he a right winger? Let's have a look. We'll have a look. We'll definitely have a look. Let's see what Ndiaye is doing. Yeah, he can play in either one, but yeah, he's mostly on the right. You're right. He's right-footed, so he mostly can play on the left. But obviously, and when you look at it as well, I don't think they can go out there and ask. Remember, they were asking for 75 million for Ndiaye, but I don't think they could even ask for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, even his goals, we can go out there and say he ain't scored enough goals. We paid 65 million, 66 million plus 6, whatever it is, for Mbumo. He scored 20 goals. We played 62 million for Cunha. He scored 15 goals, no penalties. Bruv, we're coming here for you. 5 goals, 2 assists. We can't be paying those 70 million. 60 million should do the trick in the summer. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can see we're building up a little AFCON squad over here. He would want to come anyway. And as you can see, he's thing anyway. Because of his goals, we might be able to use that to our advantage, we might say, listen, he ain't got enough goals to be able to, for you not to offer, to talk about 70 million. But then again, we can know in our head, listen, this is Everton. They play defensive at all times. So there's an excuse for that when you think about it. He doesn't get enough goals. But if you put Njai in front of a defense 7 times out of 8, he's going to make something happen. If he's not, he's beating the defender more time than he's not. Or he's getting a penalty out of it or something. So Njai is definitely one. I think he's a left winger, man. That's what we're looking at. Him as a left winger, because there's already talks about Yan Diomande and Njai. That's like the other option. So he's both-footed. He can come in and play as a left winger. He can come in and play as a right winger. It don't really matter. And to have them as versatile as they can anyway will be nothing but beneficial anyway. But Njai is definitely on that list. And look, he's already twerking anyway. Like you said, you're right. Ilman Njai on his favourite stadium to play in, Old Trafford. The atmosphere, the size. When you were growing up, this was the stadium he wanted to play in. So he wants the move. But I think he was okay yesterday. But Luke Shaw was calm. Luke Shaw kind of had him in his pocket. I'll be real. He didn't do anything that was too mad for me, where I was looking at him and saying, this guy's too cold. But it is what it is. They're a team that just sits back and breaks. So it is what it is. Learned from the previous outings against Njai. His performance was better yesterday against him, but he was poor at Old Trafford. It's true. We got Mitch in the chat. Big up yourself, RD, man. I hope you're good, Rich. Looks like Martinez might be available. Yeah, just see that. That's a big news, because the way we've been moving that game, the way we would have, bro, we're just passing the ball to each other. We will pass it to them, Everton, and then they'll pass it back. We pass it to you, to me, to you, to me. It was a joke thing. If in the Champions League, they should be around 350 to do stuff with the sales, league position. Yeah, you saw what happened with Liverpool. Liverpool's out here being able to spend, and that's from a lot of talks came from apparently from this the money that they got from Champions Leagues and all of that. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's all the Champions League. You get 100 million off it, but you got to remember, if we got Champions League last season, we will probably have Gyökeres here. Remember, Fabrizio coming 100%. If we got Champions League, Gyökeres will probably be a Man United player. So we would have probably got someone like Gyökeres, which when you think about that, it's like, oh, thank God we didn't. We might have had Gyökeres, we might have had the lap. Who knows? How much do you think we'll spend? So yeah, we should spend at least, we spent 250. We spent about 200, 220, and we didn't even have Champions League. Imagine with Champions League. And with all these people off the wages, have you not seen the wage book? That thing I just put out. With all these players leaving, the amount of wages we can go out there and put out. Look at that. You got to remember, players like Belieber, you could just come and give them 130 and they're good. And that's like a quarter of a third of Casemiro's wage. So one player. Then you got Rashford, Sancho. All of these wages, bro, are fully gone off the books. Nothing to worry about. And then Maguire, you cut his thing a little bit. Bruv, we're going to be able to spend a lot, man. 100%. But the only thing is, players like Anderson, I think Anderson's already on like 100K. So if he comes, and City's out here offering the most as well. City's out here offering 300K to Guy. What are they going to offer someone like Anderson? They might offer him a 280 or something, and we're like, nah, we don't want to pay that. So this is what I'm saying. It's a bit mad. It's a bit crazy still. So that's the situation there. Let me get a few more of these chats I was thinking too. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. And if Ugarte goes, we'll replace him. If Xerxes goes, we'll replace him. We might be on one still. Keith Smith is far better than Gibbs White with around 20 million fee. I think it's just getting put out there for now if they get relegated. If he doesn't get relegated, there's no way we go for Morgan Gibbs White, bro. That is literally just a relegation one. Like, I do not rate this geezer at all. I swear to you. I don't know about you lot. I think he's okay, but I don't think he's anything special. And especially to talk about him in the same sentence as Bruno Fernandes is crazy. Crazy. But yeah, around a 20 million fee at just 19, 20 years old. Nah, Keith Smith's not 20 million. His fee's gone up. Have you not been paying attention? Fun show. Keith Smith, he was 20 million and then everyone came involved. Everyone came involved. Real Madrid are in from. I think Real Madrid really want him. Look, this is all the talks that came out. January the 2nd. Matteo Moretto, he works with Fabrizio Romano. They work together. So when Matteo Moretto says something, it's basically the same thing as Fabrizio. Yeah? I want to repeat my information once again. Real Madrid are really interested in Keith Smith. Real Madrid, there's bare teams involved. Just know that. I don't think we'll get him. But his money has gone up. It used to be, look, the Athletic, Laurie Whitwell, that came out and said 60 million euros, 52 million pounds. It was 25 million euros, so about 20 million. Then it changed literally within like a week because of all the noise that was coming out about Keith Smith. Crazy, out of nowhere as well. So yeah, he's not. I don't think we get him. Real Madrid, look at that, 52 million. That's Athletic, Ornstein, Laurie Whitwell, 52 million pounds for a summer sale. That's how much they want from him. Do you know what I'm saying? And Real Madrid, look, Fabrizio Romano, Real Madrid are interested in Keith Smith. The club is scouting the player. His price will be higher than the 50 million euros. So let's forget about him. Look at that. The 13th of December, he was 25 million euros. And then look, a week later, bam, 50 million euros. They wanted more money. They said, yeah, we want to break the thing. We want more money. I think Reinders came from there or something to AC. They said we want more money than our club record sell. So that's the situation with him. Let me show you the Champions League stuff now, because you know we need to get this Champions League. It seems like we've got 1 foot in this little race here. You get me? So we need to get this league. When you look at all the teams involved, of course, it's us, Liverpool, Villa. And look at that. That's all the fixtures coming up. Villa's got Wolves on Friday. That's a little derby. Last time they played, Wolves won. And obviously that was Cunha that scored. He plays for us now. But you just never know. You never know what can happen with them. So Wolves, we've got Crystal Palace, of course. Chelsea got Arsenal. Bro, before I even start this, just look at Chelsea's games. Before I even get into it, like what's going on, just look at Chelsea's games alone. Arsenal, Villa, Newcastle, Everton away, Man City, Man United, Brighton, they always lose to as well. Bro, it's crazy. I don't even want to get into it. Brighton, Forest, that's a lot of mad teams. That's a crazy amount of teams. But Aston Villa, like I said, this is the race, man, and we got to make it count, man. That's what I'm going to say. Crystal Palace, Newcastle haven't been a fortress. There was a fortress last season at their ground. This season, they have not been a fortress, bro. They're bottling leads. They were 2-0 up against Chelsea. Walter Maida, 2-2 in the second half. They were 2-0 up against Tottenham, 2-2 in the second half. 3-3, they went all the way with Leeds, and then they had to score a 98-minute goal. Who else? There's so much game. Brentford beat them the other day, 3-2. They've been losing a bit at home. It hasn't been the same for them. They've been losing a few games at their ground. It's not the same. They've got a poor away record as well. So Newcastle, we got them next, man. We got them next. And obviously it's Sunday, Crystal Palace, and then we got Newcastle straight away. It's on Thursday or Wednesday, whatever. So it is what it is. We got to watch out for them. And then we got Villa, of course, about 9 days later. But it's going to heat up. This thing is heating up, as you can see. Even Aston Villa, if you look at their next 4 games, Aston Villa haven't been playing the best, you know. They've just been clinical, very clinical. Watkins has come through a 1-2 time and scored a 1-2 goal. But what's his name? Morgan Rogers out is scoring screamers. His screamers are kind of dried up now. So they're kind of struggling when you actually look at it. But they're getting little last-minute goals. They got a last-minute goal against Brighton and won in the FA Cup or whatever it was. Then they got a last-minute we got a last-minute goal against Leeds the other day. And then they drew. Like, it was kind of late. So this is what I'm saying. They're not really convincing. Even when they played Wolves before, Wolves had a few chances to win that game. So I think they might do a little something. Remember, they're on 51 points. We're on 48. We win our next game, we've got a better goal difference than them. And if they was to lose, for example, to Wolves, we're third automatically. And we might even go into that game together, level on points. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And yeah, Gabby Agbonloho on TalkSport today saying that he's panicking, which is crazy because he's a man that's always usually mad positive about Villa. And he said, brother, I'm panicking. These guys, they're close. Man United are coming. And when's the last time someone spoke like that about us? They're panicking about us. Like, yo, they're coming. And they're not playing well as well. So it is where it is. And as you look at Chelsea, when you look at our games, you've got Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Leeds, Chelsea, Brentford, Liverpool. I like that them 3 games is at home this time. Because if we had to go Anfield, long day at this time of the season. So it's good we've got that out of the way. Brentford, we got them at home, not away. You know that we went over there and got pumped already. Leeds, we ain't going there again. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's cool. Bournemouth away is kind of Bournemouth, Newcastle, Sunderland and Brighton are our next away games. That's our last away games. Bournemouth, yeah, that's all of our games there. So we got 4 away games left. 5. Leeds, what's that? Bournemouth, Newcastle, Chelsea, Sunderland, and Brighton. Chelsea's coming like a anyone can go there type of thing. Burnley went over there, got a point. Leeds went over there, got a point. Sunderland went over there and got 3 points. Well, we could go over there and do something, man. Trust me. So it is what it is. It's kind of tight. And when you look at Liverpool, I think Liverpool's got the best run. When I look at Liverpool, I think Liverpool's actually got the easiest run. But then again, this is the Prem. There's no easy games. You got to remember that. So West Ham, they're going crazy. They're going crazy right now. I think they should have won the other day. Do you know what I'm saying? I think they actually should have won. They got 1-1, but they should have won. Wolves, they got Wolves twice in the same week for the FA Cup and for the Prem. I reckon they probably pump Wolves. Spurs might want to turn up that one day, but they never do anything at Anfield. Brighton away, Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace, then us, Chelsea, Aston Villa. I think just that little section at the end is where it might get a bit peak for them, like Man United, Chelsea, Aston Villa. But by then, they might be already gone, where they're already fourth and calm, 7 points in fourth from fifth or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So Liverpool might do the thing right, but we'll see. But this is the Champions League race, and it's definitely heating up. We just need to carry on doing what we're doing. We're in a good position at it comes as now. Just carry on doing what we're doing, and we'll be fine. That's all it is. Another angel to consider AFCON tournament if we cut when we began AFCON. Now, but the AFCON is going to be in the summer now, apparently. So we don't have to worry about that no more. Yeah, AFCON will be playing during the summer going forward. Yeah. It's going to be summer now. They're taking it serious for once. Gibbs not having a good season, but he was good last year. But I feel like he's just only good fully like counter-attacky. And I don't feel like he's a mad creator like that. But I don't know. What I'm saying is that everyone just showing interest, but no one has tabled anything yet. They're looking at, yeah, I know what you're saying. Club want to sell 100 million. Yeah, it's true. It's crazy. Villa got it rough, and so does Chelsea. Liverpool got similar. Yeah, Liverpool's got it similar to us, but I feel like, I don't know, man. Newcastle, Aston Villa. I think every game's hard anyway, man. It don't even matter. Every game is hard anyway, but you know what I'm trying to say, innit? You'll rather play some teams than play other ones. Chelsea's got it rough. Arsenal, Villa away. Newcastle, Everton away. Man City, Man United, Brighton. Long. Gibbs, White, and Rodgers overrated. They're both. I don't really rate Rodgers either. I think he just scores bangers sometimes, but his overall game ain't all that. After seeing NJ ball yesterday, I prefer him all day over. Right, I rate NJ anyway. I rate NJ. Diomande is a comp. I only go off comps with Diomande. I don't know him. None of us do. We've only known him for about 3 months. So what I'm trying to say is, man can only sit there and say, man's looking at comps to say, yeah, is Diomande good? We don't know if Diomande is actually good. So we don't know. We'll see. Let me show you some more news now that's come out, obviously. So that's the Champions League stuff out the way. Hopefully we carry on doing what we're doing, and then we get to the end of it. Obviously, that's what's come out about Gibbs White. Chido Obi, one of the young boys. United decided in January not to entertain any loans of Chido Obi. That extra responsibilities, as well as forcing him to develop his game, to go beyond physically bullying opponents. He's benefiting immensely. Obviously, he scored 4 goals yesterday. I saw him score 4 goals yesterday. So he's getting back to that little where he's banging in a lot of goals. A loan is considered more likely for next season, but many at United feel justified in prioritising Obi across 2 age groups this season. So big up the boy Obi, man. He's still going. Obviously, it's calmed down for him. Yes, last season we had to give him his debut and all that because Højlund was so trash. But I don't even think he was ready for his debut. Do you know what I'm saying? So we kind of rushed him into it. And you know our fan base already. It gives up on anyone. He's not all that. He's not ready. Just like the man Tatos and that. They came through Amrin's system. It didn't work out. And then people kind of gave up on him already. Like Fletcher and all these guys. So I don't know, man. This came out yesterday about Bruno Fernandes. Sources closest to Fernandes say he's definitely going to stay if we get Champions League football. What I said about Bruno is I think he stays anyway. Like if we get Champions League, 100%. Because what I thought about it is if we get a new manager, let's say we got someone like McKenna, a project manager, someone like Poch or McKenna, we got to take 1 year to get up to scratch, blah, blah, blah. I reckon he leaves. He says, brother, I want to win some trophies. I'm out of here. But if we get Champions League, we stay with Carrick or we go get a Luis Enrique or maybe a Nagelsmann, someone that we can see, yo, we might do something this year. I reckon he stays all day. I've already said that from early. And this is what's coming out by S. Bates. He's saying, yo, he's going to stay if we get Champions League football. Because a lot of people don't want to sit out for another year. And remember, when we miss out on Champions League, you're wasting 2 years. So you're wasting that year that happens, and then you've got to do the other year. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is. It's a long thing. So if we was to miss out, we'll have to do Europa League for a whole year, and we're trying to get into Champions League. And then the next year now, he's got to hope that everything goes right, trying to win the Champions League. So he's looking at it, bro. Look at my age. I'm getting offers left, right, and centre where I can go and win trophies, solidified, Saudis and all of these places. So that's the situation with Bruno. So it seems like he's going to stay, man. Let's just carry on doing what we're doing, and he should be good. We had these talks about Sangari as well. I think he's okay, man. I think he's okay. He's a Forest player. This seems like another one of just they might get relegated. We're getting linked to their whole squad. Have you not linked it? Anderson, Sangari, now Morgan Gibbs-White. We're getting linked with the whole squad. Soon we'll be getting linked with keepers. It's crazy. Every game is hard during last games of the season. Take a look at Chelsea-Burnley game, even our game in West. It's true. It's true. Even Wolves are fighting for something at this point. They don't want to be the worst relegated. Yeah, exactly. And they've actually, they should have won a few games that they didn't get to win. Solution to low blocks, different personalities, 100%. And this is why we're banking on going as hard as we can to make it to the summer. And then we can go out there and get our team going again. We're banking on that, man. We're trying what we can. So it's good if they keep taking it through the line, what they've been doing. As you can see, yesterday was a big win. Because them sort of games there, bro, we would have lost that 3 months ago. Easily would have lost a game like that. We had an honor in that goal as well. We lose that game there easily. It's as simple as that, though. So it is what it is. So big up the guys, man, for even making it happen. Because that was not an easy watch, especially that first half. Oh my days. That was mental. As you can see, look at that. We're the only team unbeaten, the only unbeaten side left in the Premier League this year since 2026. So it is where it is. Lamens is up there with all the records. This came out yesterday as well. Some talks about, look, Fabrizio Romano liked a picture on Instagram. MUFC family, Old Trafford bound. Yan Diomande. Fabrizio liked it. I don't know why he's liking it. Like, is he trying to tell us something, or is he what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Yeah, I got news on both of them. Imagine that. So I got news on literally both of them. It's come true. So Martinez, let me show you the news about that. There you go. That's the Martinez news. Martinez may be back, and he's in contention to play against Crystal Palace this week. So his stuff was minor. So he might be back to play. He might start. You know what I'm trying to say? And you know Crystal Palace is definitely going to have a low block. So we got to do what we can, 100%, because they're on it. And they've mastered their low block team. They don't even press. They just sit back, break us down, and then they're ready to run. They got Saar, Wharton. They know what they're doing. So we've got to be ready for them still. And I'm going to show you about Dorgu in a minute. I'll show you about Dorgu. Yesterday's game was a good hint that Carrick might not be the man. Why? Why do you say that? I think any sort of manager struggles there, bro. Every manager struggles there. Have we learned enough, even a new coach, to finish club job? Now they're languishing in 6th. That's what I'm saying. If you watch the last 20 minutes of the game and he made his defensive changes, our attack died. Thank God for Lamens. What defensive changes? He put on Mazarawi after we scored. Who else did he put on that was defensive? I know Heaven came on, but who did Heaven come on for? Or did Heaven even come on? I don't even know. But I know he put on Mazarawi after we scored the goal because he came on for Mbumo. So I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest. I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, Heaven came on. Look at that. I don't know what you're on about, bro. Look, Mazarawi came on for Mbumo. He looked like he was kind of injured or leggy, whatever. And obviously we've scored already because Mbumo assisted the goal. And then Aiden Heaven came in the 95th minute. So what defensive changes did we make? What are you on about? Come on, man. You can't be judging people off one game and more, man. Come on, man. You know, man. Everyone makes mistakes, bro. Pep will go out there and lose a game and get moved to. He could have got battered against us. We could have won 7-0 if it weren't Donnarumma. You think City fans will come out and say, he's not the guy for us because of one game? Come on, man. Where's the Lit? We don't know what's going on with the Lit Kwaku, man. Everyone, we heard it was a little injury. He's been missing ever since. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to show you the Dorgu news. Someone asked for the Dorgu news. Where is it? I'll show you now and then we can move on. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Lit, man. It's a joke thing. And this is the stuff on Dorgu. Who was it that asked for Dorgu? Ezekiel. There you go, bro. Dorgu, it's not looking as good as it was looking the other day. There was talks coming out, yeah, Dorgu's going to be fit quick. He's going to come back. Nah, you have to chill out. He's unlikely to return from his hamstring until mid-April. Mid-April is just after the international break. So obviously, yeah, that's what it's looking like. He might be able to play. I'll show you exactly the fixtures that we got as well. There you go. Here, look. So we've got mid-April is like either Leeds or Chelsea. So we've got international break from Bournemouth, which is the 20th of March, till the 11th of April. That's an international break, as you can see. And then obviously Leeds is on the 11th at home, and then Chelsea's on the 18th. So we could be back within 1 or 2 of these games. So that's all the news, my peoples, man. Smash the likes if you haven't already, man. Subscribe if you're new. You know we're here every day. Watch out for my 10-minute video. I'm going to do around 9 o'clock. Love my peoples. Appreciate all of you lot, man. Done now.
Some celebs pull up loco. You know we are mess, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.